Well, of course, a bunch of stuff happens when I'm out and can't make a video about it, right? What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. I know I'm a little bit late to the punch on all this because there was quite a bit of stuff that hit the timeline earlier today, like this morning, in some cases even kind of early this morning, but I was out, I was doing stuff, and I didn't want to make a video on my phone, so I just decided to sit on it. So unfortunately, I know that I'm a little bit late. So for those of you out there who get your Seahawks news from this channel, sorry, but could not be avoided. Okay, so we've got some things to go through here, and the Seahawks are practicing today. I know it's a closed practice, but we do have some beat reporters there, so we might pick up some more information from that. But I want to go ahead and make a video talking about the things we've learned so far today, and I'll probably do another video later with whatever we learn from practice. And then we have the Hard Knocks episode tonight, so I'm going to make a video about that as well. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. So let's start with the good news, and there was quite a bit of good news today, and I definitely want to hammer that because there is going to be some bad news at the end of this, as I'm sure you guys have seen by now. But the good news, Nick Emmanwori is off the PUP. He has passed his physical, and my understanding is that he will start practicing, probably not today. I haven't heard anything for sure today. I doubt he'll practice today, but he will be practicing very soon here. And with about 4 weeks to go before the start of the regular season, he is off the physically unable to perform list. So that is a big one. And while I don't know if he'll play in the upcoming preseason game, I don't think we need to sweat that too much. Nick Emmanwori does need some time in the offseason to ramp up for playing football, but he doesn't need every snap possible. He's not a rookie anymore, so definitely encouraging stuff here. And that's kind of the big one. And by the way, Hawk Blogger had this tweet here confirming that Emmanwori is off the PUP. Because the original tweet was a little bit unclear about that. It just said he passed his physical. Didn't actually say he was off the PUP, but he has been taken off of it officially from Nemhauser. So we are in good shape there. And also, we got good news on Jadarian Price, because when the team took the field at the VMAC for practice, he was in pads. Now, we'll see how much he does. Maybe he won't do drills. Maybe he'll just warm up. But this is better than it was yesterday, that's for sure. So they told us Jadarian would be back in a matter of days, and he has made it back in a matter of days. So that's two very important things out of the way now. So good news on both those fronts. Those are two big parts of the team this year. We need Jadarian. We need Emmanwori. I think we all understand that. I think we all have a good grasp of that. So that's definitely going to be the primary takeaway that we have as we go forward into the as we go forward into the rest of the day. And you should definitely come out of all this feeling better than you did before. But that doesn't mean everything that we heard today so far has been great. And there was one sobering update we got, and it was the one that I think a lot of us were afraid of, and our worst fears have been confirmed. Robbie Ouzts has been placed on injured reserve, and it is believed, although we don't know for sure, this has something to do with a neck injury from last year. So, yeah, everything we were afraid of there, looks like we were right to be afraid about it. He is on IR, season over. All right, guys, let's take a quick break here to talk a little bit about Prize Picks, currently the #1 sports pick app in America. The app is very easy to use. Check it out to my left here. You can do player picks, where you just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. Or you can pick teams, where you pick winners, spread, or total on any game or fight. The app is available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Right now, they have a great offer. You can play your first $5 lineup and get $150 in lineups if you win. All you have to do is use code HMA when you sign up. It's a brand new offer. Best time possible to get on the app. So get on over there and get to winning that first lineup. So remember, Prize Picks, code HMA. Download the app today, and remember to always gamble responsibly. And yes, I know there was a little bit of a confusion about that initially, so let me go ahead and confirm and make it very plain that Ouzts is going to be out for the season. As Corbin says here, the team is outright placing him out for the season. And he also says in this follow-up tweet, the Seahawks did not have to announce it that he's out for the season, but by placing him on injured reserve before the 53-man roster comes out, he cannot return this year. So that is the end of the line for Robbie Ouzts as a sophomore. He will not be taking any snaps this year, and even if he did somehow get better, the NFL rules dictate that he can't return after an IR placement. So obviously, that sucks. It sucks for him. It sucks for us. But I think we all kind of felt this one coming. I think we all understood that he was going through something pretty serious. And again, I can only assume this has to do with the neck injury he had last year, because that kept him out of several games. Even though he was able to participate some in practice before those games, he still was not able to partake. He was out for the NFC title game and the Super Bowl. And the fact that he's still now wrestling with it and still not able to play football even what will end up being about a year after that, because they put him out for the whole season, that tells you that this could be like a life-changing thing. And I mean, there's a lot we don't know. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot that we don't know. But it sure sounds like Robbie Ouzts' career may have been derailed by this. Neck injuries do that, and we have familiarity with that as Seahawks fans. I think Chris Carson, I think his was more of like a spine thing, but similar idea. Cam Chancellor, I think we've had one or two others as well of players that weren't quite so public facing. I think maybe Cliff Averill was kind of in that lane as well, although I think, again, his was a bit more the spine rather than just the neck. But the bottom line is, even though it doesn't, even though you might be able to practice a little bit, even though it seems like things are okay, that neck injury can really derail you. So, bad news. And we're going to need another fullback here. Brock Lampy is currently the guy hanging around. Hopefully he can do it, because I don't know if Brady Russell is a fullback. I think that he might be more of a tight end. And we kind of made him a fullback because we didn't need another tight end. But to me, if Brady Russell is the primary option at fullback for this team and we end up using him a lot as a fullback, that's probably not good. All right, so that's the bad news. And it is bad news, don't get me wrong. But again, I want to stress, Nick Emmanwori is back out, physically ready to play. Probably going to ramp up a little bit, but I imagine by next week at the latest, he'll be practicing. And Jadarian Price is in pads. So right now, other than Ouzts, who we just discussed at length, obviously, the concerns that we have injury-wise with the Seahawks have been reduced to Zach Charbonnet and I guess Chris Paul. Like, it's pretty light, and believe me, they're all pretty much any other team in the league would gladly trade places with us. Because, I mean, if you've been paying attention to the wire today, a lot of teams dealing with a lot of junk right now. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks. More stuff coming soon.